Hi, everybody. Today is Friday the 13th and a full moon tonight. So I hope you enjoy the almost 90-degree weather that we have this weekend. I thought that I would give you a note about some things from quiz two and also answer some of your questions from the intake sheet. So quiz two looked overall pretty good. A couple of things to be careful about. Make sure that when you're drawing your graphs, you're super neat and tidy on those so that I can see where your lines are, where your labels are. And please, no Word documents. JPEGs are fine, PNGs are fine, PDFs are fine. Word documents are a pain in the butt for me to open. Plus, I need them in your own handwriting so that I know that you're actually doing the work. A lot of you asked about how do I tell if it's a bar graph or a histogram? And remember that for scale level variables, you can use either a histogram or a frequency polygon, either one. And for nominal and ordinal discrete variables, you need to use a bar graph. So think about that number line. If it's continuous, then we want a histogram where the bars are touching up against each other, or a polygon. And if it's categorical, like colors of shirts people are wearing today or days of the week, we want spaces in between the bars, bar graph. A few people also asked about real limits. Real limits are pretty intuitive for most people. So if we're talking about how to categorize the real limits of, like, how far do you live from campus? Well, I live 2 miles. I don't necessarily live exactly 2 miles. I usually live somewhere between 1.5 and 2.5. So the real limits of that continuous variable are from 1.5 to 2.5, or then 2.5 to 3.5. Does that make sense? Last thing on the quiz is there may be some bad questions in this database. I saw one pop up on a few quizzes today. I gave you credit if you missed it, and I'm going to delete it from the pool, so you'll never see a question like that again. If you do think that you have a bad question, please make a note of that in the quiz or send me an email so I can go in and look. I did look at all the questions, but sometimes I miss them. There's a lot of questions in the pool. So let me know, and I'll do it again. There is feedback on the quizzes. Once they're all graded, you'll be able to go in and see the rubrics, see which ones you've missed. So make sure you go back into Blackboard to do that. I think that's it on the quizzes. Okay, a couple of questions from your intake sheets. A lot of people asked about what's the best thing to do in this class? Keep up, ask questions. That's it. If you're ever having trouble, just send me an email. So I am sitting here at my desk waiting for emails from you for at least 4 hours a week. So do that, or Zoom with me, or whatever. I can often help answer a question in 2 minutes, 30 seconds that could take you 2 hours to do. So don't churn your wheels doing something before you ask a question. A lot of you have dropped into my office over the last 2 weeks, and I love to see you face to face. So thanks very much for coming in. Keep doing that if you're able to. And I will have some like Zoom office hours for those of you who aren't able to come in. So watch for announcements for those or request them. What I love about teaching stats is I know that most of you are not taking it because you want to be here. So I really like having students leave happier than they came in. And I think it's just super important that we all become more numerate and be able to understand numbers better and talk about numbers better. So I really love seeing you develop those skills. Why did I take up snowboarding? Because it's cool. And also I needed something to do during the winters here. And I spent my first winter watching my son ski. And then I thought, why am I just standing here watching him? I should be doing that. I did spend a lot of time on my butt. This is my first online course. Somebody asked me how long I've been doing it. So I'm very open to feedback. I spend a lot of time online. I'm pretty savvy about stuff, but I've never actually done this with students. So I'm super open to feedback. If there's things that I'm not getting, if you know things that other online classes have done that would be a good idea for us to do, please let me know. I would really like to hear that. What's working, what's not. My favorite ice cream, pretty much anything with chocolate. People asked about my pets. Yep, I have a coonhound who's 10, 11, And I have a brand new beta. I'll send pictures of them out in this message. Hope you have a great weekend. Let me know how things are going. See you soon. Bye.